I know what you're thinking. Not another BTR camshaft talk. Yeah, you're right. I'm doing another one. I promise this will be the last one. These things just surprise me so much every time we do them, and they just give me joy in the sense that I just need to share it with people, show people, because it's not often you get something that's really good and just repetitive, and this is. So I promise this is the last one. So here we've got an immaculate 2017 model GTSR Ute. This is a banger. So customer came to us, few requests, there's a few things. He didn't want to actually make the 500 kilowatt mark and all that sort of stuff. He wanted to go as far as the factory fuel pump would go because he didn't want to change it, which I completely understand. And we're sort of like, you know what, I'm up for that because I would like to know how far we could go on the factory fuel pump before it becomes an actual limitations. And if you've been following us, you'll get the idea that we like to prove and test everything we do. I don't like to be the whole person who says, oh, but my mate or another guy told me it works. I don't care where that information comes from. We like to do that ourselves. So in this case, I was like, let's do standard pump. Customer was happy to make anywhere around that 460, sort of 450 kilowatt mark anyway. So we thought, you know what do we got to lose? Let's do it. Let's see what it does. So the car came to us already with a VCM performance side intake. It already had the pacemaker 4-in-1 headers on there, and then that was using the factory exhaust system. So we got rid of the factory back part, put a pacemaker twin 3 in the back, which bolts back up to the existing system, put some of their high flow catalytic converters in there, and while we're at it, we installed a 65mm VCM performance hub and pulley combo, which we keep on our online store. And we maintained the factory balancer, so we kept it as a standard drive. So people are probably thinking, you just put a camshaft in it, why not change it at the same time? Well, as I said earlier, standard fuel pump, so we weren't exactly trying to make everything out of it. So we figured a little bit more boost, camshaft, we should be able to get what the factory fuel pump allows us to make. And yeah, so that's what we've set out to go and do. So cam of choice, you guessed it, Tooley BTR Stage 4 PDS version 2. This is the latest and greatest design camshaft, which in my opinion is the only camshaft they should ever make. But let's have a talk about what it does and go from there. So the power of it is, sorry guys, I was just looking at the shop there. So 484 kilowatts at the hubs, 797 Newton meters at the hubs. So have a look at the RPM. Look at where we're starting. 1200 RPM we are starting. 1200 RPM, and it's got 500 Newton meters of torque. Mate, a headed and cammed LS is lucky to go 560, 570 Newton meters. This is making 500 at 1200 revs. This thing is like a diesel on steroids. Then by the time you get to peak, 4,000, 4,200 revs, peak of almost 800 Newton meters. Now that is absolute banger. And then, Redline at 6,600 is 700 Newton meters. So, there's the list of the stuff that we've done. So, mate, you just can't go wrong with this cam. Oh, it is so repeatable. Everything we've done is made, depending on the combination what we've done, but we've seen 470s, 480s, 500s. We've had a couple go 520. They've all had various and different modifications, so to speak. And when I say they're consistent in the sense they just always make the power and deliver every single time. As far as the fuel pump goes, we are monitoring fuel pressure, and we watch that within the factory system as well as monitor it through the dyno. This is basically the 480 kilowatts. This is a safe, comfortable spot. That's it. I wouldn't push it any more past this point. And lucky for us, because of the pulley combination, we've got 10 pound of boost in the engine with the standard balancer and the 65mm top pulley. Lucky for us, we don't have to detune this at all, because that is basically what it wants to make. We don't need to close the throttle. We don't need to pull timing. We don't need to do any of that, because that's where it's happy. And, another 10 or 15 more kilowatts and you'll start to see the fuel flow and volume start to reduce. So, if you've got one of these things and you're sort of you want this camshaft because it's so great, because you've been hearing me bang on about it, you know, how many times, I don't know how many videos we've done now, but you've just watched them all and just gone, you know, this is the cam I want. You know, you can get away with using the standard fuel pump. I didn't add earlier, sorry, that yes, it has got injectors in it, 1000cc injectors. That is mandatory. You do need to do that. But yeah, the factory fuel pump. So, you know, if you see our packages online and you think, oh, you know, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do this, give us a call, because we're happy to fine tune and tweak things to suit your, like what you want to do or what you can afford and so on. Like, not everybody's budget's the same. So, you know, we want to be able to help you out. So if you want to do something, you have something in mind, you know, run it by us and we will do our best to be able to assist you and give you what you want and achieve the goal you want within the budget that you can afford. In most cases, you know, the budget you give us, we try to always come in under it. So, but anyway, guys, LSA BTR camshaft, I am done, signing off. I promise I won't do another one unless I get wowed again. But it won't happen. I've just flogged this to death and you guys are probably thinking, man, just stop it, you know. But anyway, it's my favourite cam. I'm signing off. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.